আবারও আমন্ত্রণ আন্তর্জাতিক সম্পর্ক উন্নয়ন বিষয়ক অনুষ্ঠান ডিপ্লোম্যাটিক জোনে। আপনাদের সঙ্গে আছে আমি নাবিলা হাসান, আর কথা বলছিলাম বাংলাদেশে নিযুক্ত জার্মানির রাষ্ট্রদূত হিজ এক্সেলেন্সি ডক্টর আলব্রেইট কুনজের সঙ্গে। ওয়েলকাম এগেইন ইউর এক্সেলেন্সি at diplomatic zone.
Thank you very much, Nabila. I'm glad to be here.
Thanks. So let's talk about climate change issues in Bangladesh. So Bangladesh is facing lots of problem here in Bangladesh. So like how Germany people will help Bangladesh in this climate change issue?
We have identified for a long time this enormous task as one of the fields of our cooperation. We are very much, I think, in dialogue in New York and Geneva around all the international initiatives, and we have been in very close contact during the recent conference in Warsaw, which was not a disaster but not a great success either. So climate change resilience remains an extremely important topic, and I only hope that the different interests of the different countries in the world, with the United States and China being the biggest polluters, and many emerging countries saying, well, for us it's more important to get rich than to look at the climatic consequences. Of course, this is very short-sighted, and China is now beginning to realize that this was the wrong way of approaching it. We are going through, I would say, a very complex and long period of learning. Everybody is trying to understand better the priorities of the other. In the case of Bangladesh, it's rather easy because you are so exposed. You are really one of the countries that is most at risk with regard to the consequences of climate change. And we have recognized that quite some time ago. We have helped in a very concrete way in terms of assisting shelter building in your southern regions.
In coastal areas, yes.
And I've visited these regions. I've seen the shelters. I've also seen, of course, the enormous impact this has on agriculture. When you have these waves of salty water, then it becomes very difficult to grow rice,
yes.
And the paddy fields are damaged by this. We are working on solar pumps, because you don't have solar energy, well, you don't have energy at all in these parts of Bangladesh. If you have solar-driven water pumps, then they can pump fresh water into these regions and bring down the degree of salt in the water and make 2 crops possible per year instead of 1. And that, of course, is an enormous help. So we're working there. I think apart from that, we are really trying to help with thinking on what could be done in your cities and in Dhaka in particular. Life in Dhaka is very stressful because the air is so polluted.
Because of the vehicles, lots of vehicles.
There's the issue with all the waterways within Dhaka that are being closed for reasons of quick speculation. So the ecological balance of Dhaka is at very high risk. We are supporting efforts to come to a kind of master plan for Dhaka now, which is badly needed because this capital has no mayor, and we would like to speak to a mayor in order to assess what the necessities are. I just hope that from next year on, in the administration of Dhaka, there will be some reforms so that we can find responsible people to engage in dialogue with. That would be the beginning.
Again, dialogue is here, yes, important.
Even Calcutta has found a way to turn around. Bangkok has. Delhi has a metro. All these things, you now have a few new flyovers. That's a start. That's very good. But this metro rail is extremely important, and many other measures to make this city more livable, I think, should
more
be
clean,
taken
livable,
up now.
less polluted, actually.
Yes.
Good initiative, hope for the best, actually. So what do you hope to achieve during your tenure in Bangladesh as the ambassador of the Germany to Bangladesh? So what do we achieve, actually, in this tenure?
In a very concrete sense, I would hope that we get more German language teaching here to better prepare all these students who come to Germany. Although most of them don't need German in their courses, because we are now offering English language courses at most of our universities, which they are opting for. So improve knowledge of our language and offers to this regard. Also try and improve the investment climate together with your incoming government. It's never easy to do this at the end of a government. I think we have to wait for the new one to come in, for the new people to take responsibility, and we need to really sit down and discuss why Volkswagen so far has not built a factory here to build a car for the people of Bangladesh. Volkswagen means the people's car, as you know.
Yes.
So it's only one example. We could do so much more investing here, but we need a slightly more forthcoming attitude of the authorities. Otherwise,
positive responses actually.
Otherwise, our big companies will go elsewhere, and that is something I would really like to turn around a little bit. If I succeed in that, then my stay will not have been in vain.
So after 10 years, where you want to see Bangladesh?
With a more rational political system, with even better chances for education of the rural people, because education is everything.
Yes,
everything else comes when you are educated. With a clean RMG sector, which can be the pride of this country, and with a capital where you can move and do not spend all your time in traffic jams, because then you'll be so much more efficient. And of course with a young generation that is not being impeded with its idealism by a corrupt older generation that teaches them the wrong thing. Your young generation doesn't want to be taught corruption. They want to be taught decent life, decent behavior.
Peaceful life, actually, yes.
And peaceful life.
Yes.
So I think the program is there, and I'm sure with all the aggregated intelligence of your people, with all their thriving for a better life, you can do it if you change some of the conditions that are more in the political sphere.
Actually, we are at the end of the program, so my last question to you, is there any message to Bangladeshi people you want to share?
To leaving behind poverty, be respectful with each other among the classes. The higher classes could be more respectful towards the lower classes. Think a little more about human dignity in some places where it is still missing. It can be done because the intelligence and the good intentions are there.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency, for your valuable time.
I thank you very much, Nabila.
দর্শক, শেষ করছে আজকে ডিপ্লোম্যাটিক জোন। আগামীতে আবারও দেখা হবে নতুন কোনো অতিথিকে সঙ্গে নিয়ে। সে পর্যন্ত আমাদের সঙ্গে থাকুন, ভালো থাকুন।